Sean Sewell with Engearment.com in our beautiful mountains of Colorado with a video here on the Hoka Trail Code hiking boot. Sent these over about a month and a half ago. Been using them here in the mountains here. This is Jones Pass specifically here in Colorado, as well as in town in a lot of rain. We've had the wettest June, I think, on record since I started keeping record in Denver. May was almost as wet, and it's July, and it's about to rain its tails off. So in this review, I'll cover the fit, features, and functions and why I like the Trail Code from Hoka. Yeah, it's a good looking boot too. Let's get into it. First and foremost, we'll start with sizing as always. I am a men's 11.5 to 12, depending on the brand and the model within that brand. Some shoes I've been testing recently, like Allbirds, I've gone to a 12 and been very comfortable on that. Hoka, I have felt in the past sometimes, especially in these kind of shoes, run about a quarter size big, which is in my favor. So this is an 11.5, and the 11.5, I assume will fit an 11.5 person, but it also fits my 11 and almost 3/4 feet, which is a very unique size. But that's my left foot is bigger than my right, and it's 11 3/4. My right is 11.5, and so these fit really, really well. The toe box is not remarkably wide nor narrow. It's just right in the middle, which allows my toes to splay naturally, which is something I always look for in shoes. I'm never gonna have a bound up toe box. I just won't even touch them for review. I like to have some natural splaying in the toes and the little metatarsals there. This has a Gore-Tex liner, of course, so you have waterproof construction throughout. They are relatively lightweight, about 16 ounces for this men's 11.5. They have a really cool heel, and I love this. I like shoes you can get into easily. So believe it or not, this is actually how I keep them tied for my lazy hiking. I am not setting records with hiking. I am just outside enjoying nature with my dog, hiking around in variable conditions. But back to the heel. Check out this heel. They call it the Hubble heel. So you can easily grab this latch point right here and get your foot in there. And as you might know, I've mentioned in several shoe reviews that I recently had a broken foot and foot surgery. So my first goal is always, can I safely slide my foot into a shoe or boot? And this is actually the first boot that I'll be able to slide into comfortably, which makes me very, very happy, because when I am hiking with a backpack and camera gear, I like to have extra stability that a mid-topper hiking boot would provide. Now these are going to be a balanced shoe right here with a neutral kind of fit, so it's not going to be, you know, compensating for over or under pronating, just right in the middle, which will suit a lot of people, myself included. You get these mega grip right here. This is a Vibram. It is so flippin' grippy. It's fantastic. Like I said, I've had it on mixed terrain right here, rocks, mud. Just over this little roll, it actually goes into this beautiful creek, which I will insert some footage of that here in a moment. So it's really nice to have good grip on the descent and of course on the ascent as well. Like I mentioned, the fit is spot on for me. The weight is not the lightest one out there. There are some lighter boots I've tested, but it's certainly not heavy. It's not like a heavy leather hiking boot. This is a, you know, I wouldn't want to run in this, but I would go for a distance hiking in this, and I have, and I look forward to doing more of that. It's comfortable right out of the box, as Hokas often are. I mean, the first time I saw a Hoka, I was like, what is up with this huge midsole? And then got a pair, and now I'm like 15 pairs deep, and more often than not, I really enjoy the Hokas. Yeah, it's something you gotta try on to really appreciate. And I also recommend checking out, you know, going to REI or your local outfitter to try on these, make sure they fit you. Of course, want you to have the proper gear before you go out and have fun. But yeah, the Hubble heel, the midsole's not as squishy as it looks. It's actually got some good, you know, not too much give to it, which is nice. It looks like it'd be walking on a cloud. It is soft and it does absorb a lot of bumps, but it's not as cushy as you think it is, which is good. I don't like to walk on marshmallows. I like to have some cushion, but not over cushion, and this fits the bill for that. So to try and summarize here, you get a very easy to get into boot, get the loop right here, you get the Gore-Tex throughout, so got you covered. Like I mentioned, I've been, I think, like 50 days of rain out of like 65 days, so they've seen a lot of wetness. The grip is fantastic. We cleaned up with soap and water before I did the video, so you can see the traction there. Look at that Vibram. And it has everything I'm looking for in a hiking boot. It's nice. Price, I believe, is about $180 for this. There's different colors available, I believe. But there it is. Hopefully seeing it here in the video and getting the fit details and seeing that little Hubble heel. Oh, and it's a bit of a swallowtail. Thank God it's not a huge one. We've tested some shoes that have these crazy swallowtails, and I get the idea behind it, but I'm really glad they did not go bonkers with that. It's just enough to really absorb on the descent, which is a nice function. If you've not felt it before, it is pretty awesome stuff. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you did, thumbs up is always appreciated. If you have experience with the Trail Code, please share it with me, share it with the audience. We're all trying to learn here. If you want to find out more about Hoka, I'll put a link below for these, as well as the 2 other shoes we're shooting reviews on up here this weekend. And they're all really good shoes, which is why I did reviews. If things are not good, I don't do a review. Don't waste your time or my time. So only things we actually would recommend we do reviews on and videos. But I'll put a link below if you want to learn more about them. And we have meetings coming up with Hoka, so if you want to see those and see more reviews on Hokas, consider subscribing to our Engearment YouTube channel. And of course, check out engearment.com to see other reviews on other Hokas from fellow riders like Drew Thayer and Andrew Piotrowski, who are long distance runners, and they have put the Hokas they sent over through the paces, no pun intended. They used the heck out of them. Whereas I am pretty moderate on my gear because I'm just a dirtbag out hiking around my dog. That's my MO. Just be outside and enjoy nature. Found myself again, thumbs up appreciated. Sean Sewell, owner and director Stoke for Engearment.com. And until next time, take care.